Here are 10 abnormally strong animals. Number 10. Hercules the liger. Hercules is aptly named, as he's the strongest liger around. Hercules, who is actually a cross between a lion and a tiger, is a stunning 922 pounds. Hercules shows off his strength at the Myrtle Beach Safari Wildlife Reserve in South Carolina, where people come to see this massive cat. In fact, Hercules is so strong, he's a Guinness World Record holder. Guinness World Records declared Hercules the world's largest living cat in 2014. To keep up his strength, Hercules consumes 30 pounds of meat daily, which he washes down with several gallons of water. No one knows why Hercules has grown to such epic proportions, but his abnormal strength has made him very deserving of his name. Number 9. Zulu the giraffe. Giraffes are strong animals by nature. After all, it takes a lot of muscle to support their giant necks. But Zulu, of the Folly Farm Zoo in Saundersfoot and Tenby, Pembrokeshire, is an abnormally strong giraffe. Zulu is supersized at 19 feet tall. Most giraffes average 15 feet tall, so Zulu is 4 feet taller than the average giraffe. In fact, Zulu is the tallest animal in captivity anywhere in the world. And of course, with Zulu's enormous height comes abnormal strength. In fact, Zulu's keepers say that Zulu is so strong, it is impossible to make Zulu do anything or go anywhere that he doesn't want to. Zulu shares his enclosure with 3 other male giraffes, which he towers over, and given his strength, he dominates them all. Number 8. Belgian Blues. Belgian Blues aren't an individually abnormally strong animal, they're an entire breed. Also known as Belgian White and Blue Pied. Belgian Blues are an abnormally strong breed of cattle from Belgium. They are known for their muscular physique, which is a rare condition called double muscling. Belgian Blues have more muscle fibers than average cattle. These extra muscle fibers make them extra strong. In fact, they are so strong that when a Belgian Blue is born, it is often done as a cesarean section because even the calves of the Belgian Blue are unusually large and strong. Before we move on, be sure to subscribe to Daily Top 10s with notifications on so you don't miss any of our videos. Number 7. Medusa the python. Reticulated pythons, scientifically known as Python reticulatus, are extremely strong reptiles. In fact, they are pretty much solid muscle. So it should come as no surprise that the largest python in captivity is also one of the world's strongest animals. Medusa lives in Kansas City, Missouri, at the Edge of Hell Haunted House, and is owned by Full Moon Productions, Inc. The snake is so strong that she requires 15 men to hold her 350-pound body of muscle. Reticulated pythons normally grow to 20 feet in length. But Medusa is a record-breaking 25 feet and 2 inches long. Medusa is so strong that she consistently consumes rabbits, hogs, and deer. In fact, this abnormally strong python once consumed an entire 40-pound deer in one sitting. Number 6. Alaska's strongest polar bear. Polar bears are a formidable opponent to any animal due to their size and strength. Averaging over 900 pounds, they are one of the strongest animals on Earth. But a particular polar bear found in Alaska in 1960 superseded even the strongest of polar bears. The biggest and strongest polar bear ever found was from Kotzebue Sound in northwestern Alaska. The massive bear weighed 2,209 pounds and measured 11 feet. The polar bear was so big that it was actually twice the size of the average polar bear found today. The sheer size of this polar bear baffled scientists. They didn't know why this polar bear was so big and so abnormally strong. Number 5. Phil the gorilla. Phil the gorilla weighed only 30 pounds when he arrived at the St. Louis Zoo on September 10, 1941. But he grew to be an unprecedented 525 pounds by the time of his death on December 1, 1958. With his massive weight came abnormal strength that Phil was known for. Apparently, Phil would often rip the shirt right off his keeper's back, an antic that made Phil famous. Phil was captured by Phil Carroll in West Africa and was sold to the zoo's director, George Vierheller, for $14,000. His strength earned him the nickname King of the Zoo. While at the zoo, Phil consumed 22 pounds of veggies every day, but his favorite thing to eat was orange soda, which he was given often. Few gorillas, if any, have been able to rival Phil's strength, and Phil the gorilla died a legend. Number 4. The dung beetle. It might surprise you to learn that the world's strongest animal is not a Goliath feline, nor a behemoth bear, nor a majestic whale. It's actually an insect. Dung beetles, as a whole, are incredibly strong. They are known for being able to move things 3 times their own body weight. But a specific species of dung beetle, called Onthophagus taurus, is abnormally strong. Onthophagus taurus, or the horned dung beetle, can pull 1,141 times its own body weight. They have 6 legs and long wings that unfold from their tough, hard shells. They are found everywhere in the world except Antarctica. And although much smaller than a typically strong animal, this little critter wields unparalleled strength in the animal kingdom. Number 3. Satao the elephant. Satao was one of Kenya's largest known African elephants, and as such, he possessed abnormal strength. Elephants, and especially their tusks, are known to be strong, but the sheer size of Satao dwarfed the strength of even the strongest elephants. He lived at the Tsavo East National Park in Africa and was iconic since his birth in 1968. He possessed enormous tusks that were so long they almost touched the ground. In fact, his tusks, which measured 6.5 feet long, weighed a whopping 100 pounds. But because his tusks were so long, the Kenya Wildlife Service knew that Satao was in danger of being illegally poached. The size of his tusks made his tusks very valuable to poachers, so they monitored Satao very closely. However, despite their efforts, this abnormally strong elephant was sadly killed by poachers on May 30th, 2014 by a poison arrow. He was 45 years old when he died. Number 2. Windy the Whippet. Windy the Whippet is a double-muscled whippet whose abnormal strength comes from a gene defect. Wendy was born on Vancouver Island, Canada. Her length and height were average for a whippet, but she literally had twice as many muscles as an average whippet. Her double muscling is extremely rare, so Wendy spent a lot of time in the spotlight. She appeared on talk shows and in magazines. Some of her most notable appearances were National Geographic Wild, Animal Planet's Most Outrageous Animals, The Today Show, and Inside Edition. Incredibly enough, although Wendy possessed twice the muscle of other whippets, she actually couldn't run very well. Her massive muscles prevented her from having the agility that normal members of her breed have. She had a difficult time turning around, and although she enjoyed playing with the other dogs on the farm where she lived, Wendy tired quickly and spent a lot of her time lounging around with her owners. And even though she was born with this genetic mutation, Wendy lived a long and happy life. She was 14 when she passed away, which is the average age for a whippet, double-muscled or not. Number 1. Lolong. Deep in the waters of the Philippines lurked a crocodile that was so strong it took 100 people to bring this croc into captivity. Lolong, who was named after the man who led the hunt to capture him, Ernesto Lolong Golaran Canete, came to be the longest saltwater crocodile ever held in captivity. Lolong was a staggering 20 feet long and weighed an unbelievable 2,370 pounds. He had been wreaking havoc on the animals of his natural habitat. Lolong was so strong that he was preying upon nearby water buffalo in the area. Due to his strength and aggressive personality, he was deemed a threat to local villagers. Lolong was hunted for 3 weeks before he was finally caught, but not even 100 men and the strongest of ropes could hold this massive croc. He broke the ropes that bound him several times before he was successfully brought to land. From there, Lolong was transferred to the Palawan Crocodile and Wildlife Reservation Center in Barangay Consuela, where he was kept in captivity in an enclosure for the remainder of his life. His enclosure was open for public viewing on September 17, 2011, where people flocked to marvel at the massive strength of this enormous crocodile. Lo Long passed away on February 10, 2013, but his legacy lives on. He still holds the Guinness World Record for the world's largest crocodile in captivity, and Lo Long's unusual strength has earned him the top spot on this list of 10 abnormally strong animals. Check out some of our recent popular uploads, and be sure to subscribe to Daily Top 10 so you don't miss any of our videos.